Hey guys, Burrell Cooper here with OnTheBlack.com. So Monday, the first day of the baseball winter meetings, a lot of rumors flying around about trades and signings, a lot of good conversation going on. Monday morning, one rumor that I saw on Twitter was this thought of Pat Burrell being traded to the Mets. It was later proved that that rumor was not true, and at the time when I found out that that rumor was not true, I posted the following on Twitter. Pat Burrell traded to the Mets rumor gets my vote for I'm glad that's not true vote of the day. And later on, as I was surfing some of the Mets blogs, I was on Joe Janish's site, MetsToday.com, and he posted an article, would you want Pat Burrell? And he asked the question, and I quote, "Forget the name is Pat Burrell for a moment and consider whether you would want a left fielder who averages 31 home runs, 99 RBIs, and an 890 OPS in the last 4 seasons he played in the NL East." And I thought about that for a minute, and those are pretty good numbers. I think that us Mets fans would be happy with a left fielder who would put up those numbers, but at the end of the day, there were 3 reasons that still stuck out why I wouldn't want Pat Burrell on the Mets. The first one is he had some nagging injuries last year, and call me paranoid, I really don't want the Mets signing anyone who's coming off of a season where they were injured. With all the injuries we had last year, I'd like to stay away from anyone who has a recent history of injuries. So that would be one reason. Number 2, I think there's a reason why Burrow is in the American League and DHing for most of the time, and that's because he's a terrible fielder. And with the big outfield that we have in Citi Field and really needing someone to cover a lot of ground and be pretty good out in the outfield there, I don't want Pat Burrell out there. I think he would be a liability out in left field. And then the third reason, this goes back to his days in Philadelphia. We've always heard thoughts that he wasn't the greatest teammate, and he wasn't the greatest guy in the clubhouse. So I'd want to stay from anybody with that type of a reputation attached to them. So for those 3 reasons, I would pass on Burrell's offensive numbers. Yes, those numbers sound good, but I think I would still pass. My ideal guy for a left fielder for the Mets this year would be someone that's good defensively, that can cover a lot of ground, that can bat somewhere towards the top of the lineup, and that has speed. That's what I'm looking for really in a left fielder. And right now I don't see that person out on the free agency market. I've said in the past that I would love to see if the Mets could make a trade for Carl Crawford, because I think he'd be the perfect fit for the Mets out in left field, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Talks of Crawford going to other places have kind of died down since the Rays picked up his option for next season. So we'll see what the Mets do at left field. I'm glad that for now that the Pat Burrell rumors to the Mets are untrue. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll talk to you soon.